She was the golden queen of Egypt's most fraught decade, married into a dynasty on fire. 3 kings, 3 successions, 3 deaths. Ankhesenamun was there for everyone. Was she cursed, unlucky, or at the center of a lethal political storm? To understand Ankhesenamun, we must start with Amarna Akhenaten's religious revolution. He uprooted Egypt's traditional gods, moved the entire capital to a new city in the desert, and created a court culture that produced brilliant, unsettling R10D political division. Ankhesenamun was born directly into that world, a princess of the new faith, with royal blood and impossibly high stakes. According to most scholars, she was the daughter of the revolutionary pharaoh Akhenaten and his legendary queen Nefertiti. She grew up in a gilded cage, a palace shimmering with new ideas but shadowed by instability. As a teenager, Ankhesenamun married her half-brother Tutankhamun. She was barely older than her young husband when he ascended to the throne. His reign was managed by powerful regents in a kingdom desperately trying to reverse the upheavals of the Amarna period. The court moved back to Thebes. The old gods were restored, and the boy king became the face of a return to tradition. Then, after just a decade on the throne, Tutankhamun died around age 18 or 19, leaving a Stylian queen and a throne in crisis. The cause of his death has been debated for a century. Was it a chariot accident leading to a severe leg fracture and infection? Was it genetic frailty? The mystery of his death is the first cloud that gathers over his young widow. After Tutankhamun's death, power passed to Ai, an older, powerful court official who had served as a close advisor to the royal family. Some sources suggest Ankhesenamun was then married to Ai, a man old enough to be her grandfather. Contemporary evidence shows this was likely a forced political match, a move meant to legitimize Ai's claim to the throne through a connection to the royal bloodline. But Ai's reign was short. He ruled for only a few years before his own death. This succession paved the way for the rise of a new military power, a general named Horemheb, and marked the true end of the Amarna dynasty. Historical records from this period are incomplete, and the exact nature of Ankhesenamun's marriage to Ai is still debated among scholars. But the pattern is undeniable. Another husband, another death. Let's look at the facts as they stand. Tutankhamun died young. Osteological and CT studies suggest a combination of health problems and a possible compound leg fracture that became infected. Ai, an elderly man, died soon after taking power. His cause of death is unclear in the royal annals, but not unexpected given his age. What is clear is the instability that followed. Later, power shifts led to the removal of many names and monuments from the record, a practice known as damnatio memoria, the damnation of memory. The surviving record shows a kingdom in turmoil. But does it prove foul play? Scholars have proposed multiple causes for the deaths: medical, political, or conspiratorial. None have been proven conclusively. Modern forensic studies of the 18th dynasty royal mummies point to real health vulnerabilities. DNA and forensic studies indicate that decades of inbreeding in the Amarna royal circle likely produced significant genetic problems. We see evidence of malformed bones, potential congenital diseases, and weakened immune systems. These factors could easily explain the sudden deaths among youthful royals like Tutankhamun. If this is true, Ankhesenamun's proximity to these men may simply reflect a profound family tragedy more than any form of malady. She was a survivor in a family line that was genetically compromised, watching her relatives succumb to inherited frailties. But political motives cannot be ignored. The end of the Amarna revolution reopened ancient rivalries. The powerful priests of the old gods, ambitious generals, and opportunistic courtiers all vied for control. An heirless young king like Tutankhamun left a tempting prize for anyone bold enough to seize it. The pattern of forced marriages, quick success, and the rapid removal of names and monuments from the record all point to a volatile court. In such an environment, assassination or engineered removals are plausible theories, even though direct evidence for them remains scarce. Ankhesenamun was at the very center of this power vacuum, a queen whose hand in marriage was the key to the kingdom. Perhaps the most visible and chilling fact is the erasure. After the Amarna period, a systematic campaign began to wipe its key figures from history. The names of Akhenaten, Nefertiti, and their associates were deliberately chiseled out of temples and monuments, and Ankhesenamun herself almost disappears from the historical record. We have not definitively found her tomb. Few inscriptions bearing her name survive. She is reduced to brief mentions in the chronicles of others. Was this an intentional punishment for her family's heresy? Was it simply political housekeeping by the new dynasty? Or was she a victim of the systematic rewriting of history by her successors, who sought to erase the entire controversial chapter from Egypt's story? Ankhesenamun stands at a crossroads of history. Royal daughter of a heretic king, teenage queen of the Golden Boy King, and the consort in a palace riven by political turmoil, she may have been tragically unlucky, cursed by her family's fragile genetics. She may have been a political pawn, her fate decided by powerful men in a ruthless game for the throne. She may have simply been swept aside by the unstoppable machinery of power and historical revisionism. The truth is likely a mixture of all these things. Biology, politics, and historical erasure combine to create the enduring mystery we inherit today. What do you think? Was Ankhesenamun cursed by her bloodline, swallowed by court politics, or simply lost to histories?